Okay, we're through the series, and literally, I don't really see it. Barely. This is the only Jason I've ever been confused for, and it's simply because we're white, dirty, blonde actors from Texas, and our names both begin with J. Go check him out in New York if you're there. He's hilarious. Here we go. Welcome back to another Hanging with the Herons, another 365 movies in 365 days in 3 minutes and 65 seconds. My name is James. We have the Bourne Ultimatum. Here we are at the end. This is an excellent film. I really enjoyed it when I did see this one. I thought it probably is the best of the three, which is really fascinating when you think about most trilogies. It's typically the middle or the first one that's the greatest film. The third one has a hard time being phenomenal, other than maybe the original Star Wars, which is all three are great in my opinion. The action is ramped up. The intensity is ramped up. The acting is ramped up. The writing is there. The story is solid. It's a really great film. I felt very well taken care of from the conclusion. I really enjoyed this film. I think you should see it if you haven't seen it already. This film is a great action, thriller, adventure film. Definitely that espionage feel to it. Certainly worth your time for a watch. I don't know that I would recommend it watching it outside the series, so I would watch the entire series and just have a nice conclusion there. Let's get to that cast. We know Matt Damon's in it. He is great. In fact, I think the best part about this film and him being in it is just seeing his progression as an actor and a character developer on his own. Hat is off to you, my man. Julia Stiles is back, and she's definitely full-fledged in this film as far as having a significant role. Woo! David Stratham, man, he is nasty. Like, as awesome and just bad. Like, fantastic. He does a great job in this role. One of my favorites, Scott Glenn, he's in this as well. Not as much as he was perhaps the previous film, but he's significant and he does a great job. Edgar Ramirez does a wonderful job in this film. He's excellent in his role. Good old Albert Finney popping up once again, and he's great in this as well. His time is gonna come for this film for sure, where he really gets to kind of be known in the film, which is cool. Almost a Dr. Claw kind of feel. And last and certainly not least, Joan Allen is back. You know, she was tough and smart in the first one for sure, but I feel like she just got out there on a whole nother level, put it into sixth gear. I really enjoyed her in this film as well. Let's get to those quick fire facts. The Bourne Ultimatum is the only film in the trilogy to be both nominated and win an Oscar, and it won in all three categories it was nominated for. We spoke earlier about Matt Damon's dedication to his role. He spent literally thousands of hours in gun training to look comfortable with the firearms, and absolutely, he looked ridiculously comfortable. This is vying for my favorite quickfire fact, but in the station at Waterloo, Paul Greengrass got all the permits he needed to film, but they couldn't shut down the station. They had to keep it going. So you've got a bunch of bystanders gawking at what's being filmed. What did he do? Sleight of hand diversion. He created a whole nother scene that was completely nothing to do with the film, just to distract all the bystanders so they could sneak Jason Bourne, aka Matt Damon, around and actually create the film that they needed to do. So when you watch this film, keep an eye out for that. That's killer. That's some awesome guerrilla filmmaking right there. And our last couple of quick fire facts. 3 of the actors in the film actually use their real first names as their characters' names. Jason Bourne never smiles except for one time in a flashback when he was having a memory. And this is a fun Easter egg to look for. A particular actor has a scene at one point in time, and they've been speaking up until this point in time. After that, they have multiple scenes. They are spoken to, and yet never say a word again. And you're looking, and you're waiting, and you're thinking, is this it? Is this the one? Is this the actor? I don't know. Thanks so much for joining me. My name is James. This is 365 movies in 365 days in 3 minutes and 65 seconds. You've been hanging with the Herons. Comment below and tell me how much you love this film. Or if you didn't, I want to know. And if you've never seen this film before, go watch it. Come back and let us know what you think. Heads up guys, there might be spoilers in the comments. As always, peace.